Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually on the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do your research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another update for you, and this is the brand Rue Broca. Rue Broca is a subsidiary or branch of the House of Afnan. House of Afnan is one of the biggest Middle Eastern perfume houses from United Arab Emirates. They've been around for many years and they have a super extensive perfume lineup in their portfolio, hundreds. And this brand in particular, Rue Broca, they have I think around 30 or so fragrances under their name right now, and this one in particular I unboxed and reviewed few of their fragrances before, and for the price they are quite impressive. And this one in particular called Rue Broca Touche Eau de Parfum 100 ml. This is aimed for men. To my nose, this is absolutely unisex. Anybody can wear it, ladies and men, no problem. Although it is a hint of masculinity in here, not too much, but to my nose it's completely unisex. In terms of presentation, it's very nice, especially for the price. Under £30 you're getting a nice shaped bottle with a nice cap. The box is simple, but that's a good thing. It's a recyclable box, simple box. As always, I'll say these things in my videos, that if you give me the best juice and you give me the simplest presentation like this, I'll be very happy. If you give me very high-end presentation but you give me a very bad juice, it'd be a waste of time, waste of money and waste of effort. So in this case it's very good. In terms of performance, it's very good. It's almost going to excellent realm. On my skin went over 8 hours, on t-shirt goes easily over 10 hours, so it's a very good performer. Next day I woke up, I could still smell it on my t-shirt, so it is a good performer. In terms of projection, I had an arm length of projection for around 2 hours or so, and after that slowly subside. But you always have a good bubble, good cloud and a good trail behind you. I went up to 10 sprays of it, which was ample enough, more than ample enough. It's quite strong, especially in the beginning when it opens up. It's very loud, and it's room filler, house filler, the other side of the road filler, so you need to be careful with the trigger. If you want people to smell it from the other side of the road, probably you don't need more than 10 of it. It's very good. So in terms of season, this is all year round. You can use it in summer, in winter, no problem, all year round. In summer less sprays, in winter more sprays. In terms of age, this is ageless. Anybody from 15 to 100 can wear it. It's very versatile. And in terms of occasion, similar story. You can dress it up, dress it down, daytime, nighttime, special occasion, casual, close encounter, going to gym, going to work, anything. It's very versatile, although it is hint of opulency in here, so a little bit off on the evening side and things like that, but overall it is very versatile. So let's get to the smell of this fragrance. So this, in my first video I said this reminds me of 4 fragrances to some extent. Again, it's not a hot copy, it's not 100%, it's not a one-to-one to any of those, but it is in the same realm or the same category of fragrances of those 4 that I'm going to mention, and I still stick by it. So the first one is Le Mal. So it's very close to Le Mal, the original, although this is a little bit sweeter, so it makes it something between Le Mal, the original, and Ultra Mole by Jean-Paul Gaultier. So it reminds me of these two quite strongly. The other one it reminds me of is Angel Man, the original, although in this one doesn't have a tar note. That's the only thing is missing. Everything else quite similar to it, so it is quite close to Angel Man, the original by Thierry Mugler as well. And the other one that it reminds me of is Versace Eros, again the original one to some extent, because of that combination of the mint and vanilla, and here it's quite reminiscent of that fragrance again. So if you like these 4 fragrances, you will like this. If you don't like those 4 fragrances, you won't like this, because the similarities are there. But overall, on its own, it's a very good fragrance. It's a very good, well done perfume in here. On Fragrantica, it has got a very high score. It's got 4.5 out of 5, which is unheard of for unknown fragrance like this to get such a high point. And reason is because it's done superbly well. It's very, very well done. It's a very good perfumery. It's good ingredients. Although in this price point, obviously we are not expecting all natural ingredients, but the perfumer and the people who put this together, they know exactly what they're doing. You can smell knowledge, you can smell experience behind this fragrance, and that makes it very when it opens up with beautiful fragrance, no harshness, no chemical, no alcohol, none of those. Very nicely done. And when it dries down, it becomes even more prettier. It becomes beautiful, it becomes more rounded, more balanced, and it gets more beautiful by the time it gets in. The dry down is absolutely mesmerizing, very beautiful. It's a combination of vanilla, greens, aromatics, and mint and fruitiness and all that. In the dry down, it becomes very smooth and amalgamation of everything, and quite woody as well. But you don't feel of any of those because you cannot pick anything out of those. Dry down, it becomes like a very well mixed of ingredients in here, and that makes it very smooth and rounded and very enjoyable. So I highly recommend it for people who like those 4 fragrances. But on its own, this is an absolute gorgeousness, especially for a price under £30. You cannot go wrong with this. Although I never recommend blind buy in my videos for the obvious reasons, because we all have different tastes, different background, different lifestyle, different cultural upbringing, different experiences, and so on and so forth. And those things makes you as an individual different from me, from everybody else, in terms of what you like and what you dislike for your taste and other things. So it's better to try before you buy. But unfortunately, sometimes, or most of the times these days, it's very difficult to do that. So the decision is yours to go blind buy or not. All I can do is to review, to give you my take, and to tell you my experience as much as possible, because smells, fragrances, perfumes are very difficult to describe, to give you exact picture. But we do our best, and then it's your part to understand it, to know which is your you like it or you don't like it, and things like that. But those 4 fragrances can give you a good picture, mental picture of what it smells like overall, although it doesn't smell exactly what those 4, but it smells quite similar. Okay guys, so I highly recommend it for people who like this kind of fragrances. Absolutely, yes. Let's get to the ingredients. And the ingredients are on top we have mint, citrus, linden blossom, blackcurrant. In the middle we have orange blossom, spices, and musk. In the base we have vanilla, precious woods, and cinnamon. Everything in here I get very distinctly, and also I get more stuff. For example, I get cinnamon, I get nutmeg, and also I'm getting, oh, that mint is so beautiful in here. Yeah, the mint is one of the biggest player for the first half-life of this fragrance, although it never goes away, which is amazing for this price point, to the mint to stay to the end. That is unheard of. So that makes it again another aspect of the appeal of this fragrance. So the mint is very, very big in the beginning, then later on you subside, but it still stays there till the end. The citruses are very, very big in the beginning. It's amalgamation of few citruses. I smell something like mandarin, like grapefruit, and also bergamot. The amalgamation of citruses, and it gives it a very bright, very happy beginning. And that happy beginning, it lasts for up to half an hour or so, maybe 40 minutes, but later on it will subside substantially. The citruses just basically fade away, and then you get the blackcurrant. The blackcurrant in here is very tarty, is very delicious, and it giving it that sweet and sour feel overall to it. The orange blossom, and also what they're not mentioning in the note breakdown, is a big lavender in here. So the combination of the lavender and the orange blossom giving it a little bit of heart of floral, but it's not overly floral. It's very, very well done. It's very balanced, and it's giving it that balance of softness in the mid, which is to die for. The combination of that orange blossom and the lavender in here is beautiful, and also it's very smooth and it's very rounded, and also is very clean. So this fragrance overall is quite clean, it's quite fresh, but I will classify this fragrance fresh to semi-fresh, because although it's a fresh fragrance, but it's not a fresh fragrance because there are so many players in here. So the spices are a combination of cinnamon and nutmeg in here, which making it very, very nice, and a little bit of nuttiness, and also the cinnamon giving it that sweetness, plus the vanilla and the tonka bean. Again, the tonka bean is not mentioned in the note breakdown, but I distinctly smell tonka bean in here. The tonka bean giving it that nutty, little bit of earthy feel to it, which is very, very nice, and add to the sweetness of this fragrance. Overall, when it opens up, this fragrance is very, very sweet. So it's about 7 to 8 in terms of scale of sweetness, if 10 being the sweetest. So it is very, very high in the sweet scale. But later on it subsides a little bit. It doesn't subside completely, but it will subside maybe 1 or 2 points, and it goes a little bit down later on. The musk in here is quite musky, but it's not a huge player. It's mainly in the background, and it's mainly in the base, and giving it that hint of muskiness, which is quite sensual and quite beautiful as well. And the musk in here is clean as well. The vanilla and the tonka bean are very, very good combination in here, giving it that sweetness plus the smoothness of it. And it says precious wood. I smell something like a combination of cedar and sandalwood, to giving it a very woody base, and it lift everything and carry everything together. And the cinnamon is quite a big player as well in here, plus the nutmeg. So if you like what I described, this is for a price. Wow, wow, wow! It's absolutely beauty. So overall, this is quite a green fragrance, although the green is not one of the biggest player, but you feel sometimes the green aspect of it. Something maybe like a vetiver in the base, which is the not mentioning, but again, it's not a huge player, but you feel that greenness from time to time. Vanilla is one of the biggest player by far, which is in the base, but from the beginning you can feel it. And is very aromatic, which is mainly coming from that lavender, and the aromaticness in here is very, very clean. It's fresh, spicy, mainly nutmeg and cinnamon in here, to giving it that beautiful spicy tinge, and it's quite sweet overall because of those combination of cinnamon, vanilla, and the tonka bean. And a little bit of powderiness to it as well. Yeah, hint of powderiness in here, not too much, just a hint of powderiness. And overall, this fragrance is done superbly well. If you like what I describe, and if you like the 4 fragrances that I mentioned in the video, you will love this. To me, this is one of the best fragrances out there in terms of easygoing, in terms of beautiful profile, but it's not so opulent that you cannot wear it maybe on a special occasion. No, this is one of those beautiful fragrances, yes, but you can wear it anytime, anywhere you want, and that makes it almost a signature scent. So I highly recommend it for people who like this kind of fragrances. To me, this is a bargain, and it's a hidden gem, definitely. Okay guys, if you have it, if you know it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, please don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you fragrances like this in future that nobody else is talking about. They're amazing value for money, they smell great, and they are hidden gems, and this beauty is a definite hidden gem. If you want to purchase one of my own perfumes, I'm the perfume myself. I make my own line of perfumes. I'll leave them in the link. They are true handmade perfumes just for you lucky people in the United Kingdom. They're ultra beast mode, 100% natural, amazing value for money. They smell great. They are very unique, very artistic, and they are very, very big in terms of personality, and more than 60% pure perfume oil in my perfume, which is unheard of. The ratio for what you pay and what you get is one of the best in the world, and you be amazed how good the fragrant perfumes are. So thank you for your likes, thank you for your shares, thank you for your comments, thank you for your subscription. As always, thank you very much, and I'll see you later. Bye bye bye.